Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome to another fine episode of Hallyujuku. I am PD Rave, your man with no plan. Here with me, as always, is none other than Brandon Cooper, aka King Cass. How you doing, Cass?
I am doing exceptionally well this week. That seems to be my new intro. Exceptional. Excelsior.
I don't know. No. We are...
Keep going.
Yeah, we're doing what we do every week.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we start off with talking about what we've been listening to, checking in with each other, what we've been listening to, what caught our attention this week, things we want to bring up, music-wise. And Cass, what have you been listening to this week?
This week what I did was I kind of more went on a soul search for just kind of R&B ballad stuff and like kind of stuff like that. And I came across two things. I came across a group called Too Big. Both of these songs that I'm going to give you this week, I am not very much familiar with the artist. Like I said, I kind of set out with an intent to find something new. And that's kind of what I did for myself. It may not be new to everyone, may not be new to you, PD, may not be new to some of our viewers, but I figured, hey, try to reach out a little bit, move a little bit away from the hip hop that I'm used to giving everyone and doing, and the kind of hard pop. So I went with this. So it's a group called Too Big. Two gentlemen. I don't know their names. I forgot to look before I put it in. And this is a song from their second mini album called Love Games. Man, these dudes can belt out a fucking song. It's a really nice song with a really cute video. It just kind of goes through like the girl getting ready for her boyfriend coming over, and they're gonna, kind of have a good day.
Like, she got shit to wear. It's like, oh crap, I don't got nothing to wear. I'm out of makeup. Yo, hold up. I'm gonna need some time. Her trying to text him to stall him. It's hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah, yes. And it's just a nice, smooth, fun song, and I really liked it. Like, the more I listened to it, the more I kind of fell in love with the song, and it's just really smooth and really fun, and then it's always really, really nice to have this kind of stuff,
Yeah, some like smooth R&B.
Yeah.
All right, and so what else have you been listening to?
So I took another song from a gentleman called Eddie Kim. A lot of some people might know him. He debuted under Eddie K, and this is coming off of some of his new stuff. This is his what is this? His top 6. Doesn't say how many albums he has out right here on this YouTube video, but I know he has other music out that you could definitely go check out. But this is Push and Pull by him. A nice kind of just guitar song, like simple kind of R&B flavored ballady kind of song. Like I said, went out with the intent of finding this music, and that's what I found.
Yeah,
and just really, really smooth, like kind of nice raspy voice, but not like too deep and raspy, and smooth guitar, smooth music, very smooth jazz appeal to it. And I like this, man. This is something I'm definitely gonna have in my rotation for just like relaxed, chill music.
Yeah. Oh, you gotta love the random McDonald's theme song drop in the middle of the song. It's like ba-da-da-da-da. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Nice little random moment. But yeah, I listened to this and it's really cool, like folksy R&B-ish guitar, a dude with a guitar jamming out.
And if you even notice, like there's a lyric in there during that line drop of like, "You're my big burger, you're my fix of fast food." So
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. So I kind of had a moment of my own where in the kind of ramp up for a couple of solo debuts by Jian and Hyomin of this group, of Tiara. I decided to go back and listen to a video and a song that I really dug, and specifically a really cool video, Lovey Dovey by Tiara. It's just I specifically I picked the zombie version, because that version. There's another version that's like a story version that makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. Ignore that other version. The zombie version is the one to go with. Overall, it's just a really fun song. It's a really LMFAO-esque kind of a pop song, danceable, shuffleable, and very much influenced by Thriller. Like it's very obvious that they were going for Michael Jackson Thriller, like to the point where they have the zombie theme and the horror theme, and the dances are very of that style. And then at some point they go through a wardrobe change and they're straight up just wearing, black pants, white shirt, glittery, those black tap shoes with this, the sequins and whatnot. So it's very much a loving tribute to Michael Jackson and Thriller, and very fitting to the song, which is really fun and very, very catchy dance too. Like every part of the dance sequence is super catchy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Tiara.
It's just like, man, I freaking love this song. Like, this is one of the songs in my rotation, and like I just love having songs like this that just come on and kind of pump you up. Like, even though it starts off kind of slow, you like as soon as it starts, you're just like you start hitting that kind of shuffle move with the shoulders. Like, oh yeah.
Lovey-dovey-dovey.
Yeah. So yeah, no, definitely a good song from Tiara.
Yeah. They put out some good tunes. I mean, they've had their troubles, but they put out some really good tunes. And I hope for more from them. I'm hoping for good things from those solo debuts.
Yep.
Another random thing.
Fighting Tiara.
Fighting. Ailey. And coming off of what I did last week with Spica and their kind of cover of a classic song. Ailey was on Immortal Songs, the song that I mentioned, as the KBS version of that. Artists come on and sing, classic old songs. She came on and she did a cover of the Whitney Houston rendition of the Dolly Parton song, I Will Always Love You. And I say specifically she did the Whitney Houston version, which, of course, it is the one that takes out all kind of a lot of the melancholy and mostly is there for the vocal gymnastics, the VH1 divas, Oh, look how many minutes I can hear. Listen to my gospel voice.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's just she nails it. Like every note, every vocal gymnastic, every kind of high note that she needs to hit, that projection. Ailey really just has the chops, and she shows it in so many ways. Like I wish she had better, more original music to sing, on her own, because she has the chops to really do a lot of cool stuff. And not that necessarily her songs are bad. Like You and I is a really fun song, as very Beyonce-esque as it is. It's a fun song, and her recent release is a cool, ballad song that definitely holds water. But you almost this is a talent that you wish was tapped to its fullest potential. Have you experienced the Ailey?
I don't know. We've talked about Ailey, and I don't know. I think we just kind of have the same thought. Like, really good, really nice singer, just doesn't have the creative force behind her.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't have people, she has good songs that aren't really, you don't remember too much. Like You and I is catchy, but it's also very much a Beyonce song that, it's just basically a rejected Beyonce song in Korean. But that aside, this is a really cool cover of a very well-known song. Of course, you got the vocal gymnastics in there, but she nails it. She lands the dismount, that vocal dismount. And I just I'm gonna try to keep track of this show more often, because I always find myself seeing a couple of these songs, and I know I watched a full episode and I enjoyed the hell of it. So
yeah,
I'm gonna try to keep track of this show.
And this is one of those shows that has the thing that you kind of love from these kind of shows, just the facial reactions of everyone else. It's just like,
wow, and the crying.
yeah,
man, that movement.
Hold on. This is my favorite one, and this is for the people who are watching us. This is my favorite one, though.
Yeah, the hand over the face. Yeah, this was about nodding. Exactly.
Oh, damn it. I just saw it, too. There's a guy who's just sitting there like...
Yeah. Amazing. Yeah. Those reactions are great. Man, more stuff from Ellie. I'm looking forward to maybe hope she gets some more stuff. But speaking of amazing covers, Big Bang at the recent concert decided to go ahead and cover "I Love You" by 21. And they kind of they did an amazing job, awesome job with their ridiculousness that they can only accomplish.
Right.
Did you get the chance to check this amazing cover out?
I had just clicked on it, and I was skipping through it a bit, and like the boys know how to perform, but you know. And I mean, hey, they used one of their sister's songs to do it, you know.
Yeah.
And they get a little sassy in here.
Yeah, a little sassy. They can do it. G Dragon knows how to get sassy. He can walk.
And fucking Top does not know what he's doing. No matter what, Top has to float to the back. He's like, and if you excuse me.
Also, I want to know what championship that belt that Taeyong is wearing around his waist represents.
It means I'm the most dancingest motherfucker here. You want to dance? You gotta come see me.
To be the dancing man, you gotta be the dancing man.
Right.
Oh god! And then the "I love you" pointing during the chorus. Oh my god! G Dragon's faces also during much of. Oh god! Amazing. Big Bang. I love you guys.
Yeah.
Every fiber of my being. God damn it, Top. You just have no rhythm, don't you?
Look at G Dragon, man.
Oh god. All right, yeah, that's all I wanted to share.
You know, G Dragon ain't pointing at anybody. He pointing at every single camera because he knows where they all are. He's like, bam, there's a camera. Bam, there's a camera. Bam.
It's like fan cam. He goes back home. He Googles Big Bang, the date, fan cam. Right there. Look at my beautiful face.
And then he just sits there like, I do love you too, G Dragon. like that was a long setup. He's like, I don't care.
Yes.
Got my point across.
Yes. All right, so that's what we've been listening to. We're gonna go back onto our headlines, which is basically just more music, but just notable music, not necessarily what we've been listening to. So we're gonna get to our headlines. So join us, won't you? Welcome back, everybody. We are here at the core of the show where we talk about some notable headlines and news around the world of K-pop. And East Asian pop culture in general, not just K-pop, because we're going to start it off with some newness from bass Kyary. We get some newness from the one and only Kyary Pami Pami. Kyary Pami Pami comes out with a music video for Family Party, and well, it's a Kyary Pami Pami joint, so y'all know what's up. Y'all know what to expect, which is you don't know what to expect, and it's gonna be crazy. Kaz, did you get a chance to check out the new Kyary Pami Pami? The new blessing.
I checked out some of it. I want to listen to more of it. I don't know. I just realized I don't own any Kyoto Pami Pami stuff, and I think I need to rectify that. I think I need to go to church and pray and pay some dues and give some blessings. Give some blessings to those less fortunate, And I think I need to go
building fund to base Kyary church. Yeah, the building fund. I do as well. I need to pay my blessings to the great and almighty Kyary Pami Pamu. Like we said, we need to prepare ourselves, get ourselves in her good graces for when she takes over the world. Because when she is overlord of Earth, it is important to be on her good side, or else you get your dominoes toppled over. And nobody likes their dominoes toppled over. You're trying to stack a good set of dominoes. You're in the moment. You're trying to get that last one. They get knocked over, and all because you were disrespectful, and you have no one to blame but yourself. Yes. But yeah, Kyary Pami Pami. It is exactly what you would expect from Kyary Pami Pami. A fun, catchy song, some crazy visuals that are really fun. She's playing random sports games with a robot. And then the cards are getting signaled.
Colorful, flashy robots, spaces in there somewhere. Mm-hmm. That's all you need. Kyary Pami Pami. What more can you ask?
What more can you ask? And of course, she's still out there hustling. She's making more commercial songs. Promoting. This. I don't know what she is promoting there, but she's another CM. I think a phone service. A phone chat service? Involves stars? I don't know. But she's making that money. That's all you got. That's all you can ask for. Making them ducats.
She's making it rain.
Speaking of new releases, new music from our boy Jay Park.
Yes.
New song by the name of Metronome. This time featuring his label, his co-CEO Simon D, and his label star, one of its people on their roster, Gray, for the song Metronome. You got the chance to look around a little bit on this video, right?
So yeah, I'm gonna separate these two things out because I think sometimes I let the video dictate the song too much. And that could be bad sometimes, and this is one of those situations where I think it's bad. Metronome by itself is a nice song. It's a good R&B hip hop song. The video is lazy as fuck. I'm sorry. I love Jay Park, but it's so standard hip hop video. Sexy girl, dude in suit, and an overabundance of visuals of metronomes, that it kind of gets to just be a little bit too much. So
it's very basic. The visuals, it's very I think that it tries to tell something of a story but it involves tying some chick in a chair and showing her boobs, and I think she has nice boobs. I'll give them that. But I'm trying to understand what exactly is the plot of the video. Things are swinging back and forth. I don't know what that's supposed to symbolize. I don't know. It is disappointing that it's a very basic video for a really cool song, like you said, but it's a cool collab. I think it's still still says that there's going to be some really good stuff. Again, it's the next step. I think a nice early release from AOMG as they're kind of setting themselves up for the future. Jay Park's label, and it's really interesting. The song is cool, and that's mainly what matters because We're going to see what comes out of this label, because I think this label is going to do some really interesting things to the world of Korean music, like it just in general, especially Korean hip hop. I mean, it's not the only label that does things the non idol machine way, as Mystic 89 does it the non idol machine way. But it is one that is definitely making some noise, and it's Jay Park. So if it's Jay Park, it's gonna make some noise. So very important thing. All right. So speaking of the idol machine labels, YG actually came through with another release. They actually made good on something.
How good did they?
Yes. Now, Akdong Musician, after the whatever time it took to assemble their machine, Akdong Musician finally debuted with their a couple of music videos. First off, they debuted with the YG chosen single, 200%, and it is a very kind of R&B-ish hip hop sound, cute, very cutesy hip hop, very the style of like Geeks and the like. Did you get a chance to check out the Akdong Musician?
I've been listening to the 200% while we've been talking. I like it. Like that's really all I can say about it. Kind of generically like silly video, but not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Definitely meant in a good way. Like I like how silly it is.
Yeah, it's a fun, it's a classic girl adorably pines for a guy. There's a slight twist at the end, which is a little sad, but yeah, it's a cute video, it's a cute song, and it's very much it sounds like a hand-picked single,
Definitely.
Very much sounds like a hand-picked single. It's interesting. They also debuted with another music video, which was even more interesting, for the song Melted, which is a completely different sound. More folksy, more acoustic track, and with a video that was kind of a little heavy, but very cool. Depicts this kid with a camera trying to interact with the adult world, and then the adults kind of mess him up and like leave him not happy with the adult world,
right,
and beat up and pissed off, and like he starts off smiling but ends up like with the picture you see in the article, he ends up beaten up and distraught and just like frustrated. And then there's the nice happy ending, but a very thoughtful song. Very thoughtful, very kind of cool song, and it does a nice little commentary too. Like, did you get a chance to check out the video?
I'm skipping through it pretty right now, and yeah, this is a stronger, video with more sense to it, and I like when groups can do stuff like this,
Yeah. It's always nice to at least let them have the freedom to kind of, okay, this is what we want to go with. This is kind of the sound we want to also put out there, which is kind of cool that YG is letting them do, where they let them kind of do the 3 singles, and they're going to release another single, which I believe was a fan chosen single, or at least fan chosen by sales. So that's going to be interesting to see. So check out that as it comes out. But yeah, a couple of nice songs from this group. A new artist, new music. Always nice to see kids that won K-pop Star 2. So it's interesting to see the reality show system working for some cool artists.
Definitely.
So, from debuts to comebacks, Block B came back with a song that is very much a Block B song, with a video that's very much a Block B video. They came out with their music video for Jackpot, which, as Asian Junkie would describe, is Adam's Groove meets Wonderland. Meets Alice in Wonderland. Did you get a chance to skip through this video?
Yeah, I mean, there's no better way to describe it than how you said. Very Block B, some silly elements, but like hip hoppy song, but that kind of Block B, colorful, fun pop style.
Yeah. They kind of their sense of humor that I think for some might be a little insistent, but for others, I think for a lot of people it might actually just be the right tone. And it's fun. It's very Block B, and if you like Block B, you'll like it. If you don't like Block B,
I don't have any problem with this.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Because I kind of like the silly style that Block B has, because I think like Block B has the silly style, whereas like you compare somebody like Bangtan Boys, who are trying to be hard and hood,
Yeah.
But Block B is just like, you know what, we're a rap group, and like, and our concept is to be kind of silly,
Kind of humor,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Like kind of a sneering, silly humor that but still has a style to it, and it's kind of cool and fun. And they're really good at it. They kind of do it well. Also, going back to our movie talk, the kid from The Man from Nowhere, sure grew up quick. Yeah, out of nowhere. Look at her. But yeah, it's very much MC Hammer's Adam's Groove, as a dude as Asian Junkie points out. And you know what? That ain't a bad thing.
Nope.
That ain't a bad thing at all. All right. So speaking of boy bands, speaking of boy groups, cool article, cool headline that happened. Boy group 100%, a group that is not on my radar, but it is very popular. Got attention for starting their own new trend, which is a fan welfare trend. Specifically, they just basically they saw that a lot of their fans had to kind of kneel in front of the table at fan signings, or kind of crouch down or kneel down in front of the table. So they decided, hey, why don't we just put a bunch of seats on the other side and have the fans sit down? Like,
right.
Let the fans kind of sit down, and we can like talk with them for a little bit while we sign their stuff. And it's like, it was a simple thing, and now they're kind of drawing attention to it. And I think for good reason. A nice good guy bro move out of 100%.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
I like the concept. It's kind of something dumb that you're like, why did nobody think of that? And then you're just like, why did nobody think of that? How did nobody think of that? Why is that something that nobody ever thought of? And but now it's going to be the thing,
Yeah, and it's going to kind of spread out, and it's really cool because the fans get to kind of rest for a little bit while they wait for the CD, even though it's a small moment. Plus, they could it encourages them to sit down and maybe have a little conversation with their favorite singer, and kind of creates a more connected moment, more connected moment, which is kind of cool. And it has a possibility of being over manufactured, but hey, it's still a cool thing, and I commend 100% for doing this, and I hope it's a thing that goes on, like I said, spreads out through all K-pop. Good guy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
More good guy, bro. All right, so the big hilarious headline for us this week. So we know the K-pop has this one specific concept known as the innocent concept. Usually,
so does J-pop. So does J-pop.
So does J-pop. They take it in their own way, but so does J-pop. They have the innocent concept, and many of you're led to believe that they are pure and virginal, and they've never experienced, had sex. APink decided in the recent interview to kind of blow past just the virginal thing and say they've never experienced their first kiss yet. Of course, everybody reacted with bullshit. And everyone reacted with the Stephen A. Smith laugh, which I love. The Stephen A. Smith laugh at the concept, but I don't know. This is ridiculous. No?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously they kind of do the caveat that NG gives the caveat that obviously we've seen her kiss somebody on a drama, Reply 1997, so it's obviously not true for her, but she kind of says, and part of that, they say that when they sing Mr. Chu, since supposedly none of the other members have experienced their first kiss, they think of the fans. We think of the fans. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this, like, commitment to the innocent concept?
This kayfabe.
Yes.
Like, that's what it is. That is my thoughts right there. This is fucking kayfabe, dude. This is like straight up like, no, I was banging out in the dressing room, but I'm gonna tell you, I've never even seen sex in my life. I don't even understand what it is. I saw it, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, get out of here with your bullshit.
Yeah, no. And it's kind of disconcerting because the innocent concept could, if taken too far, I obviously don't want to ascribe a slippery slope to anything that's remotely like that, but taken too far creates things like an AKB48 where they have the crazy stalker dudes who that really buy into these girls, their purity and their innocence. And
right, and you have the girls who buy into the thing that when they get caught, they're like, "Oh my god, no, my life is over. I'm gonna shave my head."
Yeah, because God forbid we let these girls just be 20-something-year-old women. like, okay. I've said it before. Yeah. Like I said for
Hey, Japan, you know, and Korea, you know what may help you with, like, your population problem? Why don't you show, like, the people who are idolized having healthy, normal relationships?
Yeah. Like
maybe people will be like, hey, I'm going to go out and have me a healthy, normal relationship.
Yes. That's one of the best parts of the fact that all the girls and girls' generation are dating now. Like, I mean, they've been dating. Obviously, they've been dating. But now that we get to know that they're dating, and like I said with them, like I figure they're all dating. I figure APink are all dating somebody, or at least about to date somebody. Especially like the older ones, the ones that are like in their mid-20s. They're all dating somebody. You know, all the girls in Crayon Pop have met somebody or dated somebody. They're all banging out on a regular basis. Like, that's fine. Like, I understand that. They're all 20-something-year-old women. They're probably not as promiscuous to say, we are here. Like, just because that's a different culture over there. Promiscuity is not necessarily a thing. But I'm sure they've all at least dated, at least kissed. But to create this mystique, this innocent mystique is kind of ridiculous. I don't know, and kind of can be detrimental and a little scary, but at the very least is kind of dumb. At the very least.
No, it's fucking dumb.
Yeah. I hope that we have APink is just it was one thing in an interview. It's not like it could all really just have been just one slight comment that maybe was taken out of context, but I think if they drop that and just focus on being good-natured and slightly innocent. I mean, it's okay to be, they don't have to do a sexy concept. Like I said, we said before, APink is APink. They have their style. They have their, and there's nothing necessarily wrong with the innocent concept in general. Just kind of having, lighthearted, cute concepts, and it works for them. It's just when you are too adherent to it and take it too far into this kind of fetishizing the innocence thing, it could get into a scary place. So,
definitely
cute, good. APink are, they do the cute thing good, and I commend them for it. But you have to be watchful of how you do the innocent concept. I don't know. That's all I have to say, and that's all I have to say about that.
Yeah.
All right, so that concludes a surprisingly brief episode of Hallyujuku. We didn't have much to talk.
Except we do have one thing that I just gave you that I figured we should mention to kind of correct ourselves.
Yeah.
Because this was sent to us. This was sent to us by the executive board.
Yes. By creative.
We made a mistake.
Yes.
We made a little flub on our critique of the soft subs.
Yes.
In how they work. So, T2T2 at T2T2 on Twitter, our creative force, the man who knows more than we do, especially about a lot of the technical stuff. Soft subs do support the positional text
and
more than 2 lines, but it requires using a certain format. And he gave us some examples of things that have used this in the past, the Genius and the Batsu games. But he says Drama Fever uses the SRT format, which only stores the text, and in its timing.
Yeah. Kind of like just the closed caption on YouTube, the Drama Fever. Yeah. So we had the information wrong. We still it still goes back to the fact that the format of their soft subs is the main obstacle for them. But now we have the little correction on the information. It's not soft subs in general. It's their specific soft sub format.
Right. Right.
But it's still, a fix in format could actually help that. It's still, it's still a more involved process, obviously. But again, doing that soft sub format would let you do the more text and more lines without having to render a whole, new video,
definitely, yeah.
Put in re-render video.
And it just makes it more cohesive. And it doesn't focus your eye on this much of the screen when the show is happening here,
Yeah.
Like the show is happening in here, but you're only watching this because you're like, okay, I gotta, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
So
you're trying to watch Running Man and trying to read the captions, and they're down here, and especially if if you happen to have the captions in white and they put a bunch of white text behind them, it's like what? Oh wait, what? Okay. I missed that.
Oh, I'm never gonna read that. I don't know what happened. I don't know why UJ Sulk is out.
But yeah, I want more. I feel like I wanted more. Like I'm acid pain.
You want them to do more?
Yes, I want them to do more. But that's it. Thank you, T2 for the correction.
Yep.
We love you deeply and emotionally, and a little sexual, just a little bit. But that's it for us. Still a brief episode of Hallyujuku. Yeah, we're surprised too. We're gonna be back hopefully soon. We're gonna talk. We're gonna do more Hallyujuku talks when we prepared them. Possibly gonna finally do our Man from Another Stars, You Came from Another Stars review. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah,
we're trying to get that done, and some more movies probably in the future. But that will be in future episodes of Hallyujuku. Cass, do you have any developments in your podcasting world?
We're taking a little bit of break on some of the podcast to get some stuff straight, finalize some travel plans for upcoming conventions and things like that. So, Two Nerdy Black Guys is on a break for the past 2 weeks. Still working on this concept of a comedy show. PD showing that ASIN envelope that we both received. I got mine. I hid it upstairs so that I don't lose it in the cavalcade that is the studio. Because if it comes down here, it's gonna get lost. But other than that, like I said, we're finalizing travel plans. We'll probably do a live episode.
Yeah,
from
we're be doing
ASIN.
stuff at ASIN. We're all going to be. At
so
ASIN.
definitely look forward to that. That's going to be fun. That's kind of the upcoming big thing. And just like Petey said, more stuff in the future, more movies, more TV shows, more food talks, and just whatever we can in Hallyujuku Talks, headlines, what we've been listening to, maybe a new segment. You never know what's going to happen here.
Crazy.
This might happen. There's a bear.
There's a bear. There's a shepherd.
Yeah.
But he's always been there. But yeah, like, we never know what happens to Hallyujuku. But, of course, you can follow us at Hallyujuku on the Twitter. KingCast,
on
Peter
the Twitter.
Ray, Hallyujuku, Hallyujuku.com, kpoppodcast.com, rebelly.net. All the things. Stitcher, iTunes, follow, subscribe, share, like. Do it. Until next time, hasta los huevos. Annyeong.
Fighting.